What's good, Internet? My name is Attack Slug, and welcome to my WWE Clash of Champions Gold Rush predictions video for the year 2020. Let me know who you think is going to win down in the comments below. We have 9 officially confirmed matches because every title on the main roster is on the line. But that means there should be a 10th match because they haven't announced the 24/7 title, and you would assume it'll be here somewhere, somehow. R-Truth, Lil Jimmy, and his baby. And my prediction is that Akira Tozawa with a shark tooth necklace or something like that will appear and try to win it, and perhaps win it, lose it, I don't know. End of the night, it'll still be R-Truth. So, let's get to our confirmed matches. First and foremost, the United States title that is the CEO of the Hurt Business, Bobby Lashley, with the Hurt Business, takes on Apollo Crews, and I would imagine not Cedric, because he's now in the Hurt Business, but Ricochet at his side. And it's a numbers game, right? We only have, one Viking Raider that might appear somewhere somehow? But it's still, the Hurt Business has the numbers. Now, the wild card here, Retribution, who has a problem with the Hurt Business, so it is possible that Retribution could cost Lashley his title against Apollo Crews, but minus their interference, I would say that Lashley defends that title because he has the numbers on his side with the Hurt Business. I'm calling Lashley, and honestly, on paper, a lot of these matches look like gonna be championship retentions because logistically and by storylines, they look like they're all going to stay. But we know something has to change hands somewhere, so we'll get to that here in a moment. Now, this match is the Intercontinental Championship, and it will be 2 titles being suspended above the ring. As why did Sammy die? What happened here as AJ is going to get this done? What happened to Sammy? He passed out. This is weird. I'm going to redo that because that was weird. Sammy just totally lost his mind. Anyhow, it will be the champion, the real champion, Jeff Hardy, versus the says he's champion, Sami Zayn, versus the definitely not champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles. And I think that unlike WrestleMania with Razor and Shawn, that had 2 belts of the IC belt, I think this time with a triple threat with 3 guys and 2 belts, that to me says this ain't over. And we're going to have a shenanigans finish where 2 guys each get a belt and get them at the same time. And it's like, well then who's champion? Who's champion? The mystery will continue in this, and we don't know. But the question is, which 2 guys will it be to pull down those 2 titles? I think it will be Sami Zayn and AJ Styles. So I think Jeff Hardy gets screwed here, but then we don't have a rightful champion, and this feud continues on SmackDown. So that to me is the possible outcome and my prediction for this matchup. I don't see one winner happening. I see shenanigans with 2 belts. Now then, we have the Raw Tag Team titles. That is the champions, the Street Profits, who want the smoke, versus Andrade and Angel Garza minus Selena Vega. So we saw that they can be on the same page and they can do good work without Selena as the manager. And I feel like the only reason you book this match, after how many times of having this match over and over again, if you have Selena not be there and they win those belts, that just proves she was the weakest link of that thing, and that was a salt shaker there from AJ. Good job. So yes, I think we'll have new Raw Tag Champions. Otherwise, why book this match for like the 40th time? What are you doing? And AJ trying to go to town here on Jeff Hardy, but no, a neck breaker. Good God Almighty. So, over on the SmackDown side, we have your SmackDown Tag Team Champions Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Lucha House Party, and I don't think, unless they're going to swerve us, and they actually have the Luchas on the same page, and they've been tricking us here all along to defeat Nakamura, and Cesaro. I don't see them losing those tag team titles. Also, Jeff Hardy, what are you doing? 2K20 is still a broken pile of garbage. Moving on, our other third and final tag team match player. It is Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus the Riot Squad. And really, it's a matter of at what point do Nia and Shayna stop getting along, and I think it might be here. It might be tonight, because we're at the point where the challengers for Asuka is Zelina Vega. We need to line up more challengers for Asuka. And if you have Nia and Shayna stuck in this tag team, defending these belts in a tag team, they can't challenge Asuka for that belt. So I think that, yes, somehow, someway, the Riot Squad, the ultimate underdogs here, get the job done. Ushigoroshi from AJ Styles. And yes, Riot Squad, new champions, only because we need more challengers for Asuka. It's the only reason. So, moving on to that match I just mentioned. Oh, and you avoided the forearm there. Asuka, your Raw Women's Champion, takes on Busted Open Zelina Vega. And I don't see any reality here where Zelina is going to beat Asuka. I'm sure it'll be a fine match, but come on. There's no reality. Nice frog splash. There's no reality where you have Asuka losing to Zelina Vega. That would be really, really weird. Unless Retribution. That is most matches on this card. It's always like, well, they should retain unless Retribution. You never know. And there goes Jeff Hardy. Looking at that belt in the first. Oh my God, Sami Zayn on the outside. Get back inside, Sami, or you're going to lose. So, elsewhere, we have the SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley takes on Nikki Cross for like the 4th or 5th time. I've lost count. It's a lot. And again, I don't see Bayley losing this belt before she has to face Sasha Banks. Unless Sasha is going to cost her the match. But even then, you want to see Bayley holding on to that belt until Sasha beats her at some point down the road. So Bayley retains once again. Perhaps some Alexa Bliss Fiend shenanigans here could happen. Like, hey, Alexa is all normal at ringside, being like, yay, Nikki, and then the Fiend starts laughing, and then something happens, and she snaps, and then Bayley wins because of that. I think Bayley still retains, because the money match is Bayley and Sasha Banks, and you don't want to have that non-title, I would think. I don't know, hey, you could have that match be a grudge match and have it be non-title, and then have Nikki and Alexa for the belt at some point. That could happen, but it's, you know, it's nebulous, man. This whole show is on paper solid, but the outcomes are kind of a little bit like, will they be solid or not? And AJ, again, second time in a row in the sim, this game is favoring the phenomenal AJ Styles. So yeah, sure, you got all the time in the world here, AJ, just get it done. Like, what are you waiting for? Just spin it around and put it down. One more pip. Two-time. Okay. Which brings us to the Universal Championship, the big dog versus the smaller dog here. It's Roman Reigns, your champion, with Paul Heyman taking on his cousin, Jey Uso. One half of one of the greatest tag teams of all time, but not really a singles competitor. And man, they've been nailing it in the promos, in the packages. They've been completely knocking it out of the park in making you want to believe that Jey might even have a tiny chance. But come on. It's Roman Reigns. He's a heel. I've heard new look for this show. I've heard new theme song, finally, for this show. And the build has been fantastic. But I think the trick to this match, right? This match, if they do it right, if wrestling is done right, they'll make you believe at least a couple of times that Jey has a chance. And we know he has no chance. Realistically, there's no way they're putting this belt on Jey. No way. But the art of wrestling is making you believe that it could happen. So I'm hoping for a fantastic match here between these two. They should knock it out of the park. But yes, Roman Reigns, and still the Tribal Chief and Universal Champion. Big Dog says, ooh ah. Now then, the next match is going to be your WWE Champion, Drew McIntyre, going one-on-one in an ambulance match against the Viper, Randy Orton. And I feel like it is the stipulation here, and the fact that I don't think that many belts will change hands, and the fact that we are still in this Drew and Randy feud, that they're going to make Randy a 14-time world champion here, and he will win, perhaps shenanigans, perhaps retribution, we don't know, but I think Randy gets it done here and is the new WWE champion. And then, as you move towards, at some point, getting butts back in seats, Drew wins it back in front of an actual crowd to have his crowd moment with that title. That could be fun. I am hopeful. But those are my predictions. Let me know yours down in the comments below. I am Attack Slug. Uso gonna dive. Big Oos, little Oos. Suicide dive almost hits Heyman. And yeah, again, the trick here is making you think that Jay has a chance. And that's gonna be awesome. Can't wait. But that's Sunday. Today's Saturday. And I have more things to do. More things to film. I'll see you next time right here on this channel. More videos. Tune in for them. I'm Attack Slug. And I'm out.